European service expectations.
Good everyone, my name is Lizelle Makasukit, and from my left side is Miss Gwen Dali Makahilos, and from my right side is Miss Roslyn Marty. So for today's video, we will going to discuss about European service expectations. But before we proceed, what is your idea or what comes in your mind when you hear the word European service expectations? So, based on my research, European customers blend and adapted to change behavior towards different brands, and their products may vary according to different situations. So, for introduction, this module was designed for students to realize the value of customer service from culturally sensitive perspective. So again, the elements of a customer service, leadership development, cultural transformation, employment. It sets out to discuss the service expectations of customers located in the European region. It takes on cultural diversity and competence as opportunities and expects to build cultural sensitivity. So, very important ang term na ito, culturally sensitivity. Not just emotionally sensitive, but making sure that consider people of different culture. We know are the fact nowadays we are working with people from different cultures, from different nationalities. And so for objectives, understand the service expectations of customers located in the European region. Discuss best practices when dealing the European customers. So the expectations of customer service, the customers want personalized interactions, customer wants help fast, and customers want you to be proactive. So example of what the European consumers want from customer service. With the corona crisis giving a massive boost to e-commerce in Europe, customer service teams were put under substantial pressure. So how do customer service in European perform? Customer support has always been a very important part of e-commerce, especially because consumer can touch and feel the products they desire. So it's very important the online shoppers can find what they are looking for online. Explain cultural competency or sensitivity is an important soft skills. These are personal attributes that enhance how we relate with other people at the cultural level. Being culturally sensitive determines how we are able to relate with others empathetically, particularly those whose backgrounds significantly differ from ours. So, as I said, it is important to make sure to consider people of cultural from different nationalities. Being culturally aware is something of great value that will be useful throughout life. What is diversity? Respect of different cultures and intercultural realities, traits to which an individual has little or no control. So from the term itself, diverse, ito yung root word. Pag sinabi mong diverse, malawak at iba-iba. And gano'n na yung workplace nowadays, di ba? Very diverse, cultural diverse. Iba-iba po tayo ng paniniwala, religion, culture, or beliefs. Cultural diversity is referred to as the respect for different cultures and intercultural realities. It refers to traits about which any individuals would have very little or no control. Cultural diversity. Why we should respect others' cultures? With approximately 190 countries and 7 billion people on Earth, it is not hard to imagine that many diverse cultures exist. Okay, let's move on to factors of diversity. Processes and areas in everyday operations within a service organization that may enable or hinder positive changes resulting from our support of a diverse workforce. Factors that apply across geographical and political markers play a role when it comes to creating a business strategy or a customer service strategy. Enablers, factors that support diversity, they require the involvement and commitment of everyone from every level of the organization. Barriers, factors that hinder the development of mature interactions in highly diverse environment. Now in both topic we have these terms called enablers and barriers. So common ito no with European customer service expectation. So pag sinabi nating enablers, these are to do or the do list, or ito yung dapat gawin ng tao, dapat i-observe ng organization, factors that enable the involvement, nagti-trigger siya or nag-inspire siya for involvement, commitment of everyone. Concretize or cultural sensitivity as being key to the organizational success. And then, do not list, of course, what we call the barriers. Ito yung mga hindi dapat gawin, syempre. Factors that prevent positive changes from happening. Ito yung mga barriers o harang kumbaga, harang sa success ng organization if and when they are not handled with delicacy, sensitivity, maturity, and more deliberation. This may lead to more difficult situation and backfire. Knowing and understanding these enablers and barriers contributes to cultural competency. So, ano-ano ba yung mga enablers? So, ito yung mga example enablers na dapat mong i-observe. Commitment by board and top management. So, dapat may commitment yan. This is regardless of your culture and nationality. Prior experience. So, you must have prior experience. Needs assessments and planning. So, dapat tinitingnan what are the needs of organization, the needs of workers, and the employees. Assigned staff member. So, dapat may job order yan. They need to be clearly specified. Ano ba yung role ko? What is my job description? Diba, pagpasok sa trabaho, clearly stipulated. May contract na pinipirmahan yung employee. Diversity committee, broad involvement, consultants, and then syempre, there must be consultant in every level of the organization. There is someone who will give advice, feedback, and direction. Yan yung purpose ng consultant. Ayan, marami pa resources, training, focus on cultural competence, changes in attitude, effective communication. Very important yan. Communication is not about the language. It's about making sure na maintindihan ng tao what are they saying, kasi communication fails if you have to repeat yourself again. Ulit-ulitin mo yung instruction kasi hindi niya naintindihan. Efforts to recruit and retain a diverse workforce, volunteers, vendors, changes in policy, change in the community. So, on the opposite side, what are the barriers that do not list? Ano daw yung dapat wala, dapat hindi nag-exist sa ating organization? So, first is organizational culture and inertia. So, dapat daw walang inertia. Meaning yung parang napupull inside yung mga employees, like they are being triggered na nawawala sila ng focus nila on bigger things. Staffing, definition of diversity. Dapat malinaw yan. It should be clearly specified. Kasi minsan yung definition ng diversity sa kanila ay iba. So, nagiging barrier siya. Unsuitable consultants, over dependence on consultants, organizational complexity, difficulty getting staff involved, resistance, turnover. Pag sinabi nating turnover, ito yung nag-resign, nag-quit, ayaw na nilang magtrabaho. Funding, poorly planned training, operation model, language and cultural difference, unions, burnout, and success. But anyways, so alam na natin yung mga enablers and barriers, and you have to make sure that all of these things are in our organization. So let's move forward for the next reporter.
Good day, everyone. For the continuation of our report, here are the benefits of diversity. But before that, what is diversity? So, diversity means having different types of people in a group, such as people of different races, cultures, and abilities. So, here are the benefits of diversity. First, full utilization of the organization's human resources. Next, reduce interpersonal conflict among employees of all backgrounds as cultural increases. So, from the word reduce interpersonal conflict, it helps among all employees to develop their communication and understanding of every co-worker's point of view. So, another benefit of diversity is it enhances work relationships based on mutual respect and along with increased knowledge of multicultural issues. So, from the word it enhances work relationship, if an employees are respecting to each other, then they have a good relationship to their co-workers. Let's proceed to the next slide. So here are the benefits of diversity. First, shared organizational vision and increased commitment. Next, greater innovation and flexibility as more employees participate in decision making and problem solving. So the reason why participation in everything is important because it will help to have a good decision making, and especially it helps to solve problems together with your team. And next is better and more creative problem solving. So as what I have said earlier, if an employees are helping to each other, then they can be better and more creative when it comes to problem solving. Another benefit of diversity is it improved productivity as less energy is spent managing interpersonal conflict or cultural clashes. So example of improved productivity is to motivate your team. As a leader, you should encourage every member of your team to participate and have interest in order to meet your goals with your team. Let's proceed to the next slide. Business culture. So what is business culture? Refers to the set of behavioral and procedural norms that can be observed within a company. Business environment require an advanced level of professionalism. Professionalism in business establishes respect for authority figures, clients, and co-workers. Let's proceed to the next slide. Customer Relations Management or CRM. So it is a model for managing a company's interactions with current and future customer. So example of customer relationship management is sending out a thank you when a customer makes a purchase. Here are the benefits of customer relations management or CRM. First, centralization and sharing of data. This enables the company staff to more easily communicate with and market to their customers. Next, better customer service. Having such information easily accessible can significantly improve the speed and quality of customer service. Higher customer satisfaction, improved marketing efforts. And last, more profit. So the combination of more efficient customer service, more effective marketing, happier customer, and more sales translates to be more profitable business. Equality and diversity statements. Equality and diversity can go hand in hand to define how a culturally competent workplace or organization demonstrates conscious leadership. So, in combining equality and diversity, we combine the best of both concepts to define how a culturally competent workplace or organization demonstrates conscious leadership. This is walking the talk, so to speak. It is living out the commitment to empower everyone who is part of the organization. Next, commitment to equality and diversity. We believe that excellence will be achieved through recognizing the value of every individual. We aim to create an environment that respects the diversity of staff and students, enabling them to achieve their full potential, contribute fully, and derive maximum benefit and enjoyment from their involvement in the life of university. So no matter what cultures do we have, but the most important is we recognize the value of every individual, or in other words, we should respect others. Here are the basic rights for all members and prospective members of our community. First, to be treated with respect and dignity, so we should respect to others. Second, to be treated fairly with regard to all procedures, assessments, and choices. Lastly, to be encouraged to reach one's full potential. Let's proceed into the next slide. These rights carry responsibilities, and we're all members of our community to recognize these rights and act in accordance with them. In addition, we will comply with all relevant legislation and good practice. No individual will be unjustly discriminated against. This includes, but it is not limited to, discrimination because of age, disability, gender reassignment, marriage and civil partnership, pregnancy and maternity, race, religion, belief, and sex orientation. So, because of discrimination, there are people who lost their confidence, right? So, that is why we should treat all people fairly, even if who you are and what you are as a person. No individual will be unjustly discriminated against. This includes, but it is not limited to, discrimination because of age, disability, and gender. So the point of this discussion is it reminds us that we should treat all people equally. We should respect different cultures and intercultural realities. For the continuation of our report, Europe is the world's second smallest continent by surface area, covering only 68% of the Earth's land area. Of Europe's approximately 50 states, Russia is the largest by area and population, while the Vatican City is the smallest. Proceed into the next slide. Europe is the third most populous continent after Asia and Africa, with figures owning some 11% of the world's total population. Currently, 16 EU countries share the euro as common currency. It is listed in the recent Household Final Consumption Expenditure, or the HFCE, that the region's actual final household consumption among member states of the EU usually varies between 70% and 90%. The rest were determined to be goods and services that are consumed free of charge or at reduced prices, as transferred by governments and non-profit institutions serving from household to household. Service standards. So what is service standard? Service standards is specifies requirements that should be fulfilled by a service to establish its fitness or purpose. Example of service standards reflecting the accuracy of a service are the information quoted in the telephone conversation is 100% accurate, or the parcel received by the customer contained all the goods ordered by the customer. Proceed into the next slide. Here are the service standards benefits. First, drive continuous improvement, provide insight into the service organization, give an improved understanding of customer issues or based on customer insight, improve relationships and customer satisfaction, serves as development tools for building real team spirit and morale, are an independent validation of achievement in customer service. European CEN. The European Committee for Standardization, or CEN, recently released a report containing results from a survey conducted by a Technopolis group. 93% stated that they are aware of European and or national standards relevant to the sector in which they are active. 84% are making use of these standards. 95% of the respondents agree that improved service quality and an improved ability to demonstrate service quality to customers are among the benefits of using standards. Proceed into the next slide. Excellent customer experience. So here are the 3 Ds of excellent customer experience. First, design, deliver, and last, develop. Design is the right value propositions or for the right of customer. Deliver these propositions by focusing on them with an emphasis on cross-functional collaboration. Develop your capabilities to please customer again and again. Revamp the planning process. Train people in how to create new customer propositions and establish direct accountability for the customer experience.